dear viewers, welcome to today's episode. In this video, I'm going to show the step-by-step procedure on how to install a local server on your machine, taking the case of XAMPP. What is XAMPP? XAMPP. X stands for cross-platform, A is for Apache, M for MariaDB database, P is for PHP, and the other P is for Perl. So with XAMPP, you can create your various databases, manage them to your own satisfaction. Without any further waste of time, let's get started on how to install XAMPP on your PC and manage your various databases. So the first thing to do is to download the setup for XAMPP. If you haven't acquired the setup for XAMPP, do not worry. In the description of this video, I will drop a link for you to get a setup for free. Assuming we all have an exe file that is a setup of XAMPP, what we have to do next is to double click on it and install it. At this level, accept all information displayed on the screen. Now, XAMPP gives you a warning. So please avoid to install XAMPP to the directory C program files. If you do so, you will not have the privileges to manage a database as an admin. That means you are missing write permissions. You won't have the permissions to write over your databases. So once it is understood, you click OK. You click Next to install your XAMPP. So once you click OK, the setup wizard displays on your screen. You click Next as directed. All components have been checked already, so you click Next. By default, XAMPP creates its own folder in the C directory, not longer in program files. It creates its own folder in the C directory as XAMPP. At this level, you click Next. After selecting the directory in your C drive where your XAMPP is going to be installed, the next thing is to set the language. So by default, my language is English. Click Next. After selecting the language, click Next to proceed. Now XAMPP is ready to install, so you click Next. It doesn't need internet to install, so at this moment I just sit and I wait while XAMPP installs on my PC. Actually, XAMPP takes a little bit of time to install, but if you have a good processor and a good RAM capacity, it won't take you up to 3 minutes. So while it finishes to unpackage the files, the installation is currently going on. Just be patient. The dialog box appears on your screen. Click on Allow access for XAMPP to be able to run both on private and on public networks. So by default, your XAMPP is going to be displayed in this format. This is a XAMPP control panel. Click on the Start button to launch Apache. Once it shows yellow, it means it's still loading, it's not yet ready. And click on the Start button to launch MySQL. At this level, Apache is green, MySQL is green, means both are functional. You can see the ports for my Apache, and you can see the ports for MySQL, and the various ports. At this level, my XAMPP is well installed and functional. Now, the next question coming up in your mind is, how can you view the interface of XAMPP on your local browser? Very simple. There are 3 ways to do that. 1. By using the XAMPP control panel GUI. 2. By using the link 3 by using the IP address of XAMPP. Number 1, by using XAMPP control panel. If you click on the admin on Apache, you launch localhost. You can see on my UI area, I have localhost/dashboard displaying me XAMPP, Apache, MariaDB, PHP, but what we saw at the beginning. That is first method to launch XAMPP on your browser. Second method is by typing the IP address of XAMPP. XAMPP has an IP address of this manner: 127.0.0.1. Strike enter. We discover that I have opened XAMPP. Look at the difference between the two tabs. Here I have localhost/dashboard. Here I have 127.0.0.1/dashboard. So you see, by default, if you don't want to type localhost, you simply use the IP address. The first tab has localhost/dashboard. We access this by clicking on admin on Apache. We could as well type it manually by simply typing localhost/ without even putting any other thing. Just type localhost by default and you strike enter on your keyboard. It loads you to the dashboard of XAMPP. At this level, XAMPP is well configured. Before we proceed to the various answers to certain questions like how to create a database, how to create tables on a database, how to insert primary keys of your tables in a database. If you have followed this video and you have this dashboard displayed right in front of you, why don't you take a break, give us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification button to be informed each time we are going to release a video. Thanks for subscribing. We believe you have done that. So let's proceed to our questions and answer series. The second question is how to create a database on XAMPP. Step number 1. If you click admin on MySQL, it launches you to PHP MyAdmin. You can see that at the URL localhost/PHP MyAdmin. So you can see here PHP MyAdmin. You have the server IP address 127.0.0.1. You can create databases. You can type in SQL codes. You can see the status user account. You can export the database. You can equally import the SQL into your database. You can configure your settings. You can replicate the database. So this is just a menu. You have lots of things to do. This is a list of my databases as I'm scrolling at the left of my screen. So that was the first method to launch PHP MyAdmin by using the XAMPP control panel. The second method to do that, once your XAMPP is being launched on your browser, you have Apache Friends on the menu, application, frequently asked question, how to guide PHP info. You can as well use the menu to launch PHP MyAdmin. If I click PHP MyAdmin, it loads me to the interface for me to create a database. So you see we have 1.0, 1.27.0.01/PHP MyAdmin. Here we have localhost/PHP MyAdmin, which perform the same tasks. Next question, how do I create a database? Very simple. I click on databases. This is a list of my databases, but I want to create a new database. So what will be the name of my database? Give it a name, exam student. as the name of my database, and I click create. Database exam student created. You can see database exam student. Now I have to create my table. The table helps me to store my informations. Table are my fields where I input my various information. So what's the name of this table? I can give this table, let's say for example I want a database to store students information, so I can give the name of this table student. So at this level, enter the table name. Number of columns by default is 4. If you click on go, a table is being created. The first thing I wish to do is to identify my table. I can start with an ID. The next thing is I'll say student name. And the next thing is I'll say student location, student email. Okay, let's fill in our data types for ID. ID takes integer. The length for my ID, let me say 5. After filling in the data types for table and the length, the next thing is to declare my ID, my column ID, as a primary key for me to be able to use it to access this table anytime. First of all, use auto increment, AI auto increment. By default, the ID of a student is going to be incremented automatically, and you can see under index it is primary, so I have made it a primary key. The next thing, student's name takes a data type of varchar, variable character. The length of my column, I will give 15 because some students' names are too long. Student's location, data type varchar, length. Someone's location might be too long, so I can just take 20 characters. Student's email, varchar, length, maybe 45. Some people have long email addresses. So I have filled the information and I'll click save. Click save. At this level, I have a table which has been created. The name of my table, as I can see, is student. These are the various columns. I have ID with a key as a primary key, student's name, student location, student's email. How do I view my database? I simply click on database exam student, one table. The name of my table is student. So I have ID, student name, student location, email. Each time I fill an information, that information is going to be displayed under here. Okay, so this is how to create a table. This is how to create a database. This is how to create a table in my database. With this procedure, you can be able to create many other tables. How to configure your primary key, how to input the length and the data types of the columns of your table. Remember, without the length of the column of your table, you won't be able to create the table. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can connect your form to your database to be able to submit information from your form into the database, like a register form, a login form, or a contact us form. How we are going to connect our HTML forms to submit information to the database using PHP. Stay tuned to our channel. Thanks for watching.